Well, hello my friends, welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a tips and tools video. I got some stuff here that has been piling up. I wait to get multiple items. Some stuff just showed up. I forgot I even ordered. It took a month, at least a month or two, because it got packed in with a pre-ordered model that evidently took months to arrive. I had forgotten all about it. But that would be this Display masking tape cutter. We're going to try that out. We're going to go over a nylon safety covered pliers to remove needles and whatnot, nozzle sets from your airbrushes. Don't use, where's my Leatherman? Don't use these. The metals are kind of soft on an airbrush. This will tear into it and it'll ruin it. You want soft tipped. And mine kind of died, and I just ordered this, and I figured we'll put it in the video. Just take it out of the bag now. We'll go over that in a second. There we go. This I showed a long time ago. I want to say well over a year. No, well over a year. Probably over 2-3 years ago. And a friend was working on something, a model. I think it's a car. And I said, oh, you got to use my, it's a circuit board holder. He says, what? So I showed it to him, and he went crazy, and he watches all my videos. He either missed it or forgotten it. So we'll show that again. This just showed up. Did mine break? I have these glass beakers that I use for mixing paint. Larger. We'll go over this. I'll show you this in a second. These are great to have. They rinse out quick, particularly either if you're going to use lacquers or acrylics. You just rinse them out and reuse them. You know, I use a lot of these quick cups in my videos, but behind the scenes I'll use a lot of glassware. And we'll go over that. And I got one other big item in the other room. It's the dry booth from a Robot Kai. Let me show you that. There it is. You can see I haven't even opened it yet. I bought this about a month ago. It's similar, I guess, to my dehydrator, but it's made for models. It costs a bit more. I think it was $200. Mine's $130. But it looks like it's really big. You can see it's as big as mine. And maybe it has some extra features. This one doesn't. I always recommend mine. Mine was $130, and I'll show you basically the differences there. So what we'll do is we'll get this set up, and this car is in the other room. We're going to spray some primer on this, and then we'll throw it in here, and we'll see how it dries it. I actually owned this actual car back in the day. The one before this, the beloved Toyota Corolla GTS, 16 valve, red. I love that car. Anyway. So yeah, after we finish the stuff on the bench, we'll come back out here. This is the waterfall spray booth. This is where I test all the bigger items. So we'll come back in, we'll go over this, we'll unbox it, and we'll see how this works. But right now, let's pause it, head back to the bench, and go over those smaller tools. All right, back at the bench, and I forgot to mention the color cube. This is a color picker. It helps you pick accent colors. I haven't looked at it. I just got it, and it wasn't cheap. It was $60, but you'll see what's in this is a giant 2 boxes of cubes. You can buy them individually, but together it was a little cheaper. And if a little more money, they'll give you a digital catalog to go with it on your tablet. But let me clear everything out, and we'll start with this because it's big. We'll get this baby out of the way. So let's clear some of this stuff away. All right, there we go. All right, let's do it. Let's see what we got here. I got airbrushes here for testing the pliers. Here we go. I hope I got room here. Oh, we do. All right. Yeah, see, it's 2 sets, and they're still sealed, I think. Yeah, I didn't even open this yet. These things are heavy. This thing must be 20 pounds. There we go. Now, color picker. Let me show you what I had years ago when I tested it. It's tough to come by, so I don't show stuff that's hard to come by. It's a pain to get. I get aggravated when I see stuff that I can't get, or it's overseas and they won't ship it, or the shipping's ridiculous. Same thing happened with this. Madworks makes this mat, and this is basically their cutting mat, but it's a special edition. It's got a color picker, and it comes with a couple of sheets of these, and you basically lay your colors out on any of these if you need 4, and there you go. And you can see the highlights will be the white, and this green, and this darker green, and then yellow, and this peachy orange. And this is how it picks the colors that go together. And you see Gundams that are blue with yellow trim, and one will have an orange this or a red that. And it's done on purpose. The colors are actually picked, you know, from a spectrum, you know. So here, we got this hot pink, so to speak, this darker one, and then this red. And the problem, and here we got the blue. So like little vents will be the blue, or the whole kit will be the blue, and you accent with these other colors. But this didn't really give you the color names or anything. I think this other one might have the names. Let's check it out. Hold on, let's open these up. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me pause this, guys, so I can get this open and without hitting the camera. Okay, guys, I got it. These are heavy. I should weigh them for you. It's like 5 pounds. And I just randomly pulled a card out, so let's show you what we're talking about here. Oh, this is volume 2. Yeah, that's her name. Sarah Renee Clark. And I went to her website because I search for colors all the time. And this came up. I saw the picture of the cube. It looked like a Rubik's Cube. I said, what is that? And I realized it was a color picker, which I love. And I clicked it, and you have to buy it directly from her. It was $60, but I got to tell you, you know, you don't know if it's not on a big site. Are you going to get this thing? How long is it going to take? It must have took 2 days, and it showed up. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I randomly just grabbed one here. Look at them all. Look at this. Super quality. So here's what I mean by an example. Can you see that? So it's showing this picture of this jellyfish, and this is every color involved in this. And this is when I came up with ideas to make my Gundams. Let me get my custom. It's right up here, guys. Hold on. This is from an F1 racing car. This is the Braun Racing Team. One season, they won, and never heard from them again. But it was a pearl white. It was this day glow, yellow, green color, and black trim. So anyway, I took that, and I had to blend all these colors myself, and I made the decals myself, too. That's the driver. There's the Bridgestone logo. That's all over the car. And I came up with him. He's up here. He's one of my prized possessions there. So so I started getting into different color schemes and whatnot. That's F1 Racing. I got another car here that's the Subaru Racing Team colors. But check that out. So now, this is why, yep, there it is. This is why I liked this particular one. It gave us the name, and I'm guessing these are the actual official codes for the colors, but at least it gives you different shades. And the basic shade, you know, a dark blue, a royal blue, amethyst, hot pink, and magenta gets you this color combo. And there's the real deep blue, there's the brighter blue, and there's the 2 pinks. And the purple here is the transition. Isn't that awesome? So this helps you pick all these colors actually in sync, go with one another. It looks like they're numbered too. So let's we could put this back where it goes. Won't do that on camera. That'll take too long. But let's check this out. Let's pick up another one randomly here. These are heavy quality. Let's see what we got for the picture. There we go. Some kind of sunset or sunrise. So it's showing the colors here, and then it gives you the official names back there. Mint, one of my favorites. It's like my Patronus green, which happens to be right up here. Oh, no, mine's a little darker. How about the other pastel green in my new pastel line? Oh, that's closer. There we go. So I already have that. Right here. That's it. Anyway, and that is what we got. Now, I don't know why there's 2 sets, so you probably only need one. I bought the whole set only, you know, for the channel to see what we were getting into here. I had no idea. What's the picture here? Oh, all right, there's a snow scene. There's every color that's in the scene. And there they are. Bondi blue. Never heard of that. But there's the numbers. I imagine if you type in color codes on Google and they put the numbers in, these are probably official color codes. Is that where that went? I'm not sure. I'm trying to keep these in order. Trying to grab one more here. Let's see what we got. Slate. Here we go. What's that? That is different. How's that? Look at that. What's the picture? Oh my God, it's a pie. There's every color on it. Platinum must be the plate, right? Platinum. So there you go. That's your color picker. I like it. I like anything with color like this. And I'll see if I can find the link. I'll put it below, whoever's interested. Again, you probably only need one of them. I bought both. I'm not sure why I bought both, but I did. Oh, what's this one? Oh, it's donuts. Look at the color. Wow. So, yeah, I'll put these back in order. But there you go. That's the color picker. Now let me get these out of the way. All right, let's move back in here with everything. Now we got there's some room. Let's do the pliers, seeing that it's sitting right here. Oops, sorry guys, I hit the camera. I think these come off too, right? Oh, no, these are glued on there. All right, some have, oh yeah, here we go. Some have interchangeable, nylon fittings. It depends which ones you get. This was only like $6 or $7. But now, this is what you want to use it for. And I don't know if it'll go enough to get the smaller one. I would use the wrench on that on the inside. You probably still could use this, but I would use the wrench on that. But these outer ones, I ended up ruining one. I'm going back a few years when I started the channel. Not ruining it, but I used my Leatherman here. I've had this Leatherman forever, 30 years I think. And I just, I did the job, but I said, oh, and it got all marked up. And that's when I realized my mom and dad, who owned a jewelry business, was they always had these nylon pliers, and now I know why. So we can get around this bigger one. There we go. There it is. And a lot of times I have trouble getting the cap off if I'm going to spray close. The cap that protects the needle. You like to hold this and come in closer. Oh, it's still, there it is. And we get that off. There we go. So there you go. Nylon pliers. Always use these with your airbrushes. It's never mentioned, and it doesn't even show up in many of my feeds. Now that I bought up here, it will. There's a ton of these. I'll put the link for this one. I think it was $6 change on Prime. Showed up in a day. But there's a bunch with interchangeable or replaceable heads. This should last quite a while. But they are kind of soft. They'll dig in and get the job done. So that is that. All right, let's move on. Move these out of the way. All right. What else do we have here? Let's try this tape holder. Hold on. Now we got to get in there and open this up. This is from Display, who makes a lot of good tools. This company makes a lot of good tools. But this is as basic as it gets. This one, again, was cheap. I think this came from... The heck is this? Oh, the width. You can label it the width of the tape that you're using. Any instructions? Should be as basic as it gets, right? Here we go. Lift and pull here. That's just for the tape. All right, how do you open this thing? It just opens up. All right, look at it. And it's got a spacer. If you got a smaller roll, I don't. We're going to try this Tamiya roll. Now, Tamiya comes with their own. If you find it, let's move Rhapsody out of the way here. If you find, oh, now we're going to move Halloween out of the way. My music. You can buy them like this, but it's cheap to buy the refills once you get this. And one of these got crushed on me, so I had to buy another one. But I have a bunch of these still in the package. You can see my drawers full of them. See them? So to get other dispensers, it was a waste. I already had the tape. So they don't sell them empty, which I wish they did. But here we go. This one is empty. Let's put Halloween and Rhapsody back. No guesswork now as to what I was listening to. All right, so here we go. This is the tape from Tamiya. How do you open this stuff up? There's a flap on it somewhere. Oh, this one's sealed tight. All right, some of them are sealed up. Now you want to keep your tape always either in a bag, a drawer, or one of these containers, because then you end up getting little furry, little dust on the ends. You're not going to get clean lines. You got to make sure your tape is protected. So here we go. Let's start this off. There we go. All right. I don't think I need this. Does it push in? Oh, it does. You can adjust it where you want it to be. Let's see. Yep. I could probably push this all the way down or take it out. There we go. Now, let me see. You want the tape to face this way. Yep. All right. That's it. So, let's start it. Or do we want the tape to face the other way so it holds itself in? Let's see. As I'm fiddling here with tape on a long-form video. Yeah, it's probably how you want. No, I think it's got to go the other way. See it? Because I can't start it again. See? So, let's reverse this and get it right. I'm going this way with it. All right, there we go. So, let's start her up and put the lid on it. Got it. All right, check that out. Excellent. So there you go. That is Dispay's tape dispenser. I think this thing was super cheap. Might have been $4 or $5, I think. Where the hell did I get this? I think I got this at USA Gundam Store. Because that's where my package, which took forever and an eternity to show up. I don't want to keep wasting my tape. It's not that cheap. And it was in the box with a couple of models. I'll show you the models that I got. So, kind of obscure ones. Let's put this label aside. So there you go. That is a tape dispenser from Dispay. And it's actually pretty nice. It's pretty nice, actually. Everything is their color is red. So that's where the red comes from. All right, let's show you my glass beakers. These are great, under $10. I've been using one for a while now. Look at that shipping. Check that out. Wow, these are these are carefully sent my way. I was using a smaller one. I had two. I think one broke, or I can't find it. It must have fell in the trash and I didn't see it. But I have the one here. I've been using this for a while, and it's just awesome. It's got the spigot on it. Measurements, if you need them, not exact, but I mean, if I did 50-50, you know, you can measure it out. It's 10, 20, 30, 40. It's milliliters right there. And the bigger ones are pretty cool because I've been mixing up bigger portions of my. Let me grab it up here of my primer. I've been mixing larger portions and putting them in squeeze bottles, and this is super thick, so I've been making a lot of pre-thinned. You know, I don't know if I'll need this big one here. Let's get the cardboard out of here. There we go. So there you go. This was under $10 for all three. You'll use it forever. Really nice. Nice thick glass too. Simple item. It's just as simple as it gets, you know, a glass. But really a must-have. It's great. Like I said, you pour lacquers, a little bit of acetone or thinner, swirl it, cleans right up. If it's acrylic, hot water at the sink, cleans right up. So this is an essential to keep on your desk. And I will put a link below for these two. Let's get those out of the way. All right, let me show you the model holder. Okay, this is a circuit board holder for guys who solder. I used to mod Xboxes. I used to put the chips in them so you could play all the games and whatnot. I had a video game store. Mentioned it in my history video. And yeah, we used to solder circuit and little chips to modify the old Xbox consoles, the old one, the original big ones. And so I know we had a holder back then for this too. It's spring-loaded. That's what it's for. It'll hold circuit boards. But I found a use for it. Now, you can adjust each end with these dials here. So we'll use this as an example because we're about to paint this model for the... Oh, look at that. The bumper happens to fit right in. Check that out. I don't know where we're going to hold this, but I'm going to try and come in here. See the spring load? So I'm going to push in a little bit, not to ruin the kit, you know. I'm going to come over the camera here, guys, and sock that in. There it is. Now I'm free. I can tip this. If I'm painting the door handle, I grab a brush. I'm reaching behind me and grabbing a brush. Now I can keep my hand steady and I could paint little details. The mirrors, these wipers happen to be built into this kit, so I would paint those there. You know, the stuff that you're not going to airbrush. And if you need to paint certain spots, you can flip it over. You can see these dots for the, I don't know if you can see them. There they are. See it? Windshield washer fluid dispensers. Come in here with this, or with your marker. You can come in, instead of holding it, at least you can keep one end steady. You know, I like to keep my hand steady on something. We'll use the glass. I'll rest my hand on here, and then I'll hit that. And that's how I get my details done. You know, it's good to have everything steady, nothing shaking. You know, right down to your hand. You got to make sure that's steady too. But yeah, that is my circuit board holder. I hold model kits with it. I had to paint something on a Gundam. It was an arm or a leg like this, and I synced it in here, and I got the job done. But yeah, my buddy was trying to paint something. I said, why don't you use the holder? And he had no idea what I was talking about. And that's when I realized it's been a long time since I showed it. So here it is again. Get one for the bench. I don't even know if the link is still up. I will look for one. I think my purchase history is up on Amazon. It goes back for years. This is about 3 or 4 years ago. So I'll see if it's there. I'll put it up in the description below. And now let's get over to the dry booth, the dehydrator. We'll go test that out before we wrap this up. I'm going to turn the camera off. We're going to head over to the other room, and let's go check that unit out. All right, we're back here in the other room. I haven't even opened this thing yet. Let's open her up. Everybody says, your address is on there. I get my address out to everybody, so everybody's always sending me something. So let's go ahead and crack this open. All right, it's pretty light, by the way. It's a big open plastic box. That my original right there is really light. So the workhorses of my hobby room is that thing. I use it constantly. Everybody, wow, this is pretty big. Everybody should have one that builds models and paints as often as I do. It really is a must-own. I'm going to. This isn't very exciting unboxing. Let me pull this out. I'm going to have to put the box on the floor. I'll bring the unit. We'll put it up here. Let me pause the camera. All right, guys. This is a halfway point unboxing. I figured I'd show you. It comes wrapped with this stuff around it. You can see my reflection. I'm going to. I just wanted to show you. Let me. You can see me now. Let me. I'll pack the rest of this. I'll plug it in, and then we'll go over it. All right, guys. Here it is set up. It's beautiful. It's got a large opening, metal plate. You put magnetic holders on it. I think I have some. Yeah, I tested them a while ago, but they actually have a set you could buy for this. Little clips so you paint your parts, and it'll hold up on the magnetic stand. All right, I looked it up. It's also used for keeping stuff dust free. Now mine, you can see right there, I put this filter pad over the fan that blows in to keep the dust out of mine. This one seems to have it built in. Equipped drying equipment with a built-in circulation fan for even heating, shortens drying time, effectively blocks dust, particles, and other impurities. Model kits are 3D printed material. Where are we? Multiple timing options. That's in the front. I'll show you that in a second. And it maintains 50 Celsius. That's 122, right? That's 122 degrees. I put a thermometer in it. That's what I run mine at, about 120. So that's pretty good. And there's no adjusting of the temperature. It sticks at 120. I really don't adjust mine. I leave mine at about $120 also. So, equipped with dust cover and sealing strips, accommodates models. That's pretty much it. All right. Now, I'll show you the timing, and then we're going to paint a model, and we're going to throw it in there. You can still see me in the reflection. Yeah, it's already at 100. Just over 100. So, yeah, that's heading up there. It's super quiet. It's running. I don't know if you can tell. It's actually running. So let me show you the how you adjust it. So that's 35 minutes. That's what I usually will put my spoons in when I do the primer. And you hit it again quickly, and now it goes to 45 minutes. $55 minutes. and keep it running. That runs it for 8 hours and it shuts itself off. So there's your options. You can hear it kicking in to maintain the temp. It's pretty big actually. And it's got a tray, I think. Yeah, it's got a tray. Keep parts in here. Maybe the clips you can keep right there. So I'm going to go ahead and spray primer on that kit that's right there. And we'll put it in here. We'll see how it dries it. And we'll leave it on the 35-minute mark, which is what I usually leave mine on. I leave my stuff in about 20 minutes and everything's ready to go. So I'm going to go in the other room quick. That's over there. See my CDs down there. That's where the spray booth is. I'm going to go spray that. I had to unplug and move the waterfall spray booth to make room for this, or else I would have just painted it right here. So let me go get that painted on. So I'm going to use, I'll show you, I'm going to use a can of primer from Mr. Color. I'll be right back. I am back. Here it is. It's still wet. I used the Aqueous Black Surfacer 1000 on my Tamiya holder. Let's just put that in there and we'll let it go. I'm going to pause the camera. We'll check it in about 5 minutes and we'll see how it looks. All right. It was instant, but it was about 25 minutes in real time here. That's kind of warm. Warmish in there. There we go. Ah, nice. Ready for paint. Look at that. Yep, it's got a little bit of warmth to it. It cools down and you're ready to go. You can sand it. You can put paint right over it. I'm not a big sanding primer guy. Unless I had some putty and I had to fill a spot. I'm going to go ahead and just airbrush right over that. I'll do the spoiler separate. And then we're ready to go. So there it is. So it works for everything. Resin, 3D prints, all that type of stuff. I can put this back in. Keep it in there. As a matter of fact, if you're not using it, it's good to keep stuff from getting dust in it. I do that with mine. Let me turn this off. And there you go. I don't know. I've been using mine. I'll stick with mine. I have another one coming in, so I'm going to show you guys that. It's about the same price, 130. This is 190. Aesthetically, I like this better. I believe it has some kind of filtering system for dust, where I had to do that on mine. I had to put a filter on the fan. So, but aesthetically, this is really nice. It's just good looking, like the spray booth here. I think it's just got a great look to it, if that means anything to you. But it is a nice piece, quality piece. I will use it. I sprayed 2 or 3 models at once. I sprayed stuff for a group of guys, and I was building like 3 kits at once, and I only can hold 2 in mine. But it looks like I can hold, vertically. I could put a bunch of these side by side. Yeah, I can hold 3 or 4 in here. So if you're doing big 3D print parts, it's good for that too. And yeah, I personally don't see a need. I would stick with mine, but it is a great product. So what can I say? It's a great product. So I will put a link below for it, and look out for a new review of another dehydrator I'll be testing. That's about $130, I think it is, $140. To get the bigger ones now, the price have gone way up. I call mine on the bigger side. I'll put a link below for mine too, and I'll put a link below for this one from Kaizo, which is a nice piece. So there you go. That is the test of tips and tools. I'll put links below for everything you guys have seen. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. It's late Sunday already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up and hit that notification bell. And I usually have a metal shirt on. Today I just got a blue shirt. Usually get some kind of Overkill or some thrash band. And somebody's going to ask me, you didn't go over your band. So let's go back to the bench and we'll wrap this up. Yes, the last time I had albums back here, I didn't mention them. Somebody says, you didn't mention your bands. Well, today we have Rhapsody of Fire from Italy. Derdian from Italy. That's D-E-R-D-I-A-N. Great band. Been around a long time. Also from Italy. Solid stuff. I just finished this. I'm playing this stuff in order again. Great, consistent band. Been around a while. And Halloween, obviously from Germany. Broke out some of my Halloween because they have a brand new album coming out in a couple months. Full reunion with all the original singers. Should be special. So look out for that. We will have that, of course, on the bench when that comes in. But that's what we are listening to right now, as well as Little River Band. What are you listening to the Little River Band and this metal? I have a wide, I have wide taste. I also love ABBA and the Monkees. So anything that got me into music, I still respect. And growing up, it was ABBA, the Monkees. Still love them to this day. Have everything from each of those bands. I love music so much that I love the people that got me into it, as well as my dad, who was the true music lover in the family. And he was a collector, as you can see. I got that from him. Anyway, guys, that is the test. There you go. I'll put links to everything. The beakers, the holder here, and the pliers. Where's my pliers? Here they are. Oh, and the color cubes. I'll put that up too. That's a special site. That's not on Amazon, I believe. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you all. Have a good one.